All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. Sean Casey. Glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are ready to take action. Somebody just actually posted up, ready to learn more and fight the fear of action. Yeah, don't be afraid of taking action. Taking action is a good thing. Hi, Nick. Hi, Stennis. People in Canada, people in Sweden, probably someone even in the United States of America along the way. And I'm sure people checking in from around the world as well. So welcome, everybody. Brian won't be with us today, but you'll be stuck with Sean all day. I know. You'll survive, though. We got some interesting stuff that I'm going to be covering for you and digging into. Today, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be focusing on live site analysis and Q&A after that for whatever time we have left for our hour in doing this training. So we're going to dig right in. As always, every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the United States, Eastern Time, whatever time it is, wherever you are, we're going to host a live training and or a Q&A call for our members so that we can keep on top of stuff with you, keep you on the cutting edge, keep you moving forward in your business. If you're here, which means you registered for the series, you're going to get a reminder from GoToWebinar, but put it on your calendar, keep track. If you can't make something, we do post up the recordings in the member site. There's north of 100 there now. From all these training webinars we've done. So lots and lots of stuff in there. Plus you can search through them and sort and find webinars that will help you for whatever specific thing you want. If you'd like the opportunity to win $100 today, we're going to be giving away $100 at the end to people who comment in our Facebook group. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, it's free to join. Go to getwebfire.com/FB group. That'll redirect you right to the group. Click to join. Wait a few minutes, refresh the page, and Sharon will approve you so you're in the group, and you can do that. All right. So, well, it says we're going to move on to our training, but really we're going to move on to giving you a couple opportunities to attend events in Australia and the UK. We've got some friends doing events. We found out that they were. We thought our members would like to attend, and even better to attend for free. So we made a deal for these two different events for you that if you'd like to go. Okay. So if you're in Australia or want to be really soon by Friday, which is not very far away, or in the UK the next weekend, you can actually go to these for free. So the first one is in Melbourne, Australia. The event is How to Become a Best-Selling Author. Great event taught by really sharp people. Okay, they normally sell tickets. You can see all the details at bestsellerevent.com. Don't buy. Well, you can buy if you want to, but if you'd like free tickets, if you're absolutely 100% positive that you can go and that you want to go, then what I want you to do is email Brian, okay, with your full name, your email address, and mention you want to go to the How to Become a Best-Selling Author event, that you definitely can go. We just have a few tickets left. He will set it up, and you'll get a confirmation, and you can go for free, and you don't have to pay. So that's a really cool thing that Brian set up for you to be able to do. And the second one is in my second favorite place to be in the world, which is London, my first place being home. And that is an event being taught by some other friends of ours who are going to be there teaching how to get high-end clients for any product or service and how to start even from scratch. This event normally, again, has a fee. I don't know how much. You can see all the details on it, but if you go to that link at webfire.com/Brett event, then you will be able to sign up and attend that event absolutely free. Okay, so either one is free, just a benefit for our members. And for those of you smart enough to see this before the actual events, we've also sent it an email that you may or may not have seen, but trying to let everybody know that we set up these deals for you. So hopefully some of you will be able to take advantage of these and get some more great training and information thanks to our friends and Brian for setting that up. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is we're going to do site analysis. We didn't get a lot of people submitting their sites this week. I got one I'm going to really do an in-depth conversation about, I hope, assuming that Bob, who sent me the Beach Bob stuff, is on the webinar. And Bob, if you are, just type in the question box that I'm here, because then when I ask questions, you can give me answers and I can better understand what you're trying to do. But I think we can get a lot of mileage out of really looking at what you're trying to do and what results we might get. Good, he wrote, I'm here. Excellent. All right, so let's go look at Bob's site. If I don't get confused trying to get around here. Okay, so Bob's site is thebeachbob.com, okay? And thebeachbob.com is right here. All right, so I'm able, I think, to guess, Bob, that what you're planning to do is sell products, because we can sell, click here to go to thebeachbob.shop, and we can see that there are going to be products there. Is that correct, Bob? That's the plan? Sorry, it takes time, guys, for my voice to get all the way to Bob and Bob to have a chance to type. So there'll be a couple little gaps in here. Well, he gets a chance to answer. That's the plan. Okay, great, great. So let me abuse the plan for the moment. Now, Bob, I don't want you to take offense what I'm going to say, but I'm trying to help. And whenever we're trying to do the analysis, I'm want to be blunt and try to figure out what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you're going to go with it. So the first thing is that, like many of the sites that we look at, because of the templates that get used, the dominating thing on the front page of this particular website is what? It's the first thing you guys see. This massive picture, exactly, right? This takes over the whole thing, okay? All the text is small, okay? And what's big is this beautiful picture, and it's a beautiful picture, and it's eye-catching, and it draws the eye, which is all wonderful, but none of that leads the visitor to go where you want them to go, which is preferably to your shop to buy lots and lots of stuff, right? So what we want to be able to do, okay, is take people who come to our website and lead them down a specific path to somewhere. And if we're going to use an image, instead of just this pretty scenic picture, we'd want to use an image that also had some headline, sales information, reason to draw them into to the site that we're visiting, right? So, for example, if we jump over here to just go to yahoo.com. Okay, so yahoo.com, it's a very busy site, right? There's a lot of stuff jammed all over the front page, okay? But you notice that even though they've got an image, okay, because they want pictures and they've got other images and everything else, look when you first get to their site, how much stuff they try to tell you. Now, this is way too much stuff if you're trying to sell somebody, right? These guys are really just trying to get you involved in their site to click on something. Because once you dig in further, then you would get into a more normal page, okay? But even just their main site, when they have picture, they don't give up the whole home page to like big picture, right? They want to, drag you into wherever, okay? They want to drag you into, Donald Trump screwed up again, or, this sponsored ad, or the cocaine smuggler who, got chastised by the judge. That's just hilarious. You just put him in jail for 21 years. The chastising probably isn't affecting him that much, right? Okay, but you could see the difference versus when we go to Beach Bob over here. Hang on, Beach Bob, all right? Even on the main site, and this is really a blog, as you'll see in a minute, is we're not drawing people in, okay? Now, this site is all about La Jolla, okay? And then down here, whoops, sorry, I bumped something. There's all these really good blog posts, okay? And a bunch of things that I really like about the blog posts that you've started making, okay? But we got to take this site when someone lands on it and decide what we want them to do, okay? Now, if this is going to be a blog where we're trying to generate traffic so then we can feed them over to the beachbob.shop and let people shop, then we need to make this headline something about it, bring people into, discover all the coolest stuff about, La Jolla Beach, okay? If we're going to just be talking about La Jolla, okay, which is fine, and we can, all right, and or whatever it is we're going to do. And if we're going to set up this site all about La Jolla, and which is for those of you from other countries, very popular, high-end place in Southern California, right next to San Diego, California. Beautiful, beautiful area, as you can see from all these images. But we've got to decide, why do we want people to visit this site? Why are they going to do that? Why are they going to come back? Okay, right now our front page is kind of all over the place. Okay, we've got a photo gallery, and and like I said, see, it's a beautiful place. All of these things are great, but we gotta first of all tie this together with the intro at the top of the page as to what people can expect when they get here. Okay? Now, once we do that, the next thing is, what do we want people to do once they get here? Okay? Do we want them to consume content? Do we want them to go to the shop? Do we want them to join a newsletter list? You just mentioned once every quarter you're going to be giving away a vacation stay, all right, which is awesome. And that obviously would get people to register on a list that are interested in travel, okay? And that's good. But if we want people to go see our products, okay, just having a little banner here or shop some of our products, okay, here, these are not going to get people to our store. I mean, because most people aren't going to be come to this site. They're going to see an article about, okay, one of these things like this thing, 16 best hotel pools in San Diego. Okay, so this is a good article. Okay, well, this isn't your article, so because you don't. Hey, Bob, you don't have you don't own La Jolla Mom, right? You just pulled in this article. Just making sure before I talk about this. Okay, you're working on your own blog post now. Okay, so I like articles, and we talked about this the last time I was talking about this kind of stuff, so you can go back to that webinar. But when you give people the list of things, people will be looking in Google, Yahoo, wherever, okay, for things like, the best hotel pool in San Diego, the best restaurants in La Jolla, okay, the best way to see the Birch Aquarium, okay, because that's a San Diego attraction. How to go to Balboa Park, the zoo at Balboa Park, because Balboa Park is an awesome place in San Diego where they've got the zoo, they've got this really cool artist colony where you can go and buy art directly from artists, sculptors, people that make all kinds of amazing stuff. We've got lots of original artworks in our house that came from Balboa Park, and I live like 2,500 miles away. Okay, so all of these kind of lists of things are great if we're going to draw people in to La Jolla. All right, but again, we've got to put all that together so that it makes sense when people come in here and do a normal blog. Now, my suggestion, okay, is, okay, so we're trying to get people that are interested in beachy stuff to come to our blog and to get these posts to bring us in traffic and for people to share them, okay, which is an awesome thing because some people will share them. And let's just go back down over to La Jolla Mom. Okay, so La Jolla Mom, okay, whose whole website here is obviously interested in things about La Jolla, okay? Like this is an article about the 16 best local hotel pools, okay? And we can see that, there's they've got a picture, a little blurb. Okay, so a really standard way to do this, okay? And it's really fast, simple, eye-catching, okay? And of course, now they have all these other, terms that somebody might pick them up on, like Hard Rock San Diego Pool or whatever, right? Just curious, what is the pool? Paramount. I'm just trying to see how many of these hotels I've been at. Been in San Diego a lot. Okay. Anyway, but if you look at this, okay, first of all, they are, like everybody, giving up too much space at the top to that image, okay? Because they could easily have some kind of banner up here. But what they're doing is they're advertising, okay? Now, what are they doing bad, okay? How many people really think they're going to use this opt-in form over here, right? Okay, to join the newsletter. I mean, seriously, stay informed, stick your email address in here. These people must get like no one on their email list. As hard as they're working on the whole rest of building the site, that's an abomination, right? Okay. Now, down below here, you can see them start to promote something advertising. Okay, book a great Disney partner deal. This is either a paid ad or this is a double-click ad. So this is a paid ad link, like coming off of AdSense. Okay, and then down here we've got another link. This one I'm not sure what this is, but this is a paid ad here, and down here we got a disclosure that we're in the Amazon program, even though she's not selling with Amazon now. This is another ad off Google's network, and there might be, and there's more interspersed. See all these ads here? Okay, another ad. See how they stick ads in the middle of this? This doesn't look like an ad until you see the ad up here because the picture matches, right? But this is an ad. See how they're putting all these ads in here? Now, the reason I bring that up, Bob, is because you're gonna have these articles to bring in traffic, right? Okay, and the whole point of your business is obviously to make money. Okay, now there are multiple ways to make money when you're going to bring this traffic in. One of which is to get people to find your shop and to buy stuff in your shop. But if you're going to have 16 pictures of pools and 16 pool blurbs right on your page, like La Jolla Mom did, for example, you're probably not going to want to, every time you do an article, find 16 products that you have in your store and stick them in and be like, buy these flip-flops, buy this beach towel, buy this stuff, right? Because at some point, people are either going to be interested in that or not. So what you can do is you can make additional money from your website by running ads on there from people who want to promote to people that are interested in La Jolla. So that means you get any kind of volume of business or of traffic on your site. You could actually go to people in La Jolla, businesses, and get them to advertise on your site. Okay, they can buy banners, write blog posts about them, promote their business, whatever. They would actually pay you because you can generate traffic for them, right? And you can also use Google AdSense. Does everybody here know what Google AdSense actually is? Type in the question box. That's how you're going to tell me whether or not you know what it is. Because if everybody knows what it is, I won't stop and explain it. But if people aren't sure, okay. Somebody said no. Okay, it's a bunch of no's. All right. So Google AdSense is this. Google runs this massive multi-billion-dollar ad network, and they have all these advertisers who want to put ads on websites and reach targeted people like you and me when we're on a website like the Beach Bob. Okay, and in order to generate revenue on your site, you can go and join the Google AdSense network. Okay, so which is in the AdSense side is where you have a website and you put a code on your site and Google will show ads. Now, you don't actually have to do anything to show the ads. All you have to do is, first of all, have a site with some content on it like this, submit it to Google for approval through the AdSense program. If you just type, sign up for Google AdSense into Google, they'll tell you how to do it. And once you do that, they'll explain to you, and it's very simple. You can copy and paste some code, and your code will control the banner size that you would have where on your website. So you would edit your template. So if you want a banner that's or an ad that's this size, you'd use that size of one. If you want one this size, if you want a tall skinny or tall fat one like this, if you want one that goes across like this, right? You simply choose the size that you want. You take the code and you stick it where you want the ad to show up in your template or in a specific blog post. Google will do all the rest. They will read the text on your page. They will know that your page is about swimming pools in San Diego, okay, it's hotels in San Diego. Or if your page was about beachwear in California in general, they would know that because their system just reads the page, knows what it's about, and will show targeted ads based on that. And then the other thing that will show is the remarketing, okay? So if somebody had clicked on, a furniture ad and didn't buy the furniture, that furniture company or Amazon or somebody might be retargeting those people and wanting to market back to them again. And if they're tagged in the Google network, they could be shown the ads on your site. You get paid primarily some ads based upon views, but mostly you get paid when people click on the ads. So you don't have to go out and find all the, you don't have to call up Walmart. Hey, I've got a blog. I want you to advertise on my blog. You just copy and paste the code and hey, Walmart's showing the ad. Okay. And down here, these guys, whoever they are showing their ad, best in affordable luxury hotels, right? You can see this ad is getting pulled in because this is about hotels and pools, right? Okay. Same ad there. Walmart's back, okay? But this is all randomly shown. Here's a Lexus ad. Hang on. And that goes to the ending. I was curious if the ads would pop and change. See, here's a swim spa ad. I pointed with my finger like you could see it. Here's a swim spa ad that shows up, all right? Okay, so some of the ads will show up a lot. See, here's a same advertiser, different picture, right? You see how the ads change because Google's doing it. Here's a cheap flight promotion, right? All this run by Google. You don't have to do anything. You just get paid when they click. So these look good on your page. You don't have to do anything except copy and paste the code. Once you learn how to copy and paste the code, which will take you like 5 minutes, it's another way to monetize your blog when you generate traffic, okay? Now, I talked about selling advertisers. Let me jump over here. I'm going to show you another example. So Destin, Florida, okay, is a beachy community. It's its whole point of existence in the Florida Panhandle, which is simply, if you've ever looked at Florida, it's this long peninsula, and then there's a part that sticks over to the west. That's the Panhandle. Like if you're holding like a frying pan, it's the Panhandle. So this is on the Gulf Coast. Okay, so my friend Anthony owns this site, all right? And some of you may know that, may have seen us talking about this site at some point in one of the webinars that I did with Anthony. But he loves Destin, been going there since he was a little kid. And one summer said, hey, I'm going to build this website all about Destin because if I build a website about Destin, I could rent my condos because I could generate traffic. And I could also get paid because businesses would want to advertise on my site. Okay? And he also built a big Facebook fan following off of this by giving away vacations. Gives away one vacation every month off this site. Bob, you were talking about giving away a vacation, so you'll want to take a look at this site and get some ideas. You don't need to copy the site, but you want to get ideas from something where it's like, okay, the whole point of this is to get people, to your site, onto your list. You notice how this promotion, win a 3-day vacation getaway, put your name and email address in, enter now, no purchase necessary, right? That's a whole lot better than La Jolla Mom, who just said, stay informed and randomly wanted your email address, right? Okay, that was like a complete waste of space, okay? All right, oh, Bob said this is where you got your idea. Absolutely, then great idea. And you could see how this is set up and is a good center for people who might want to go to Destin. Vacation rentals, activities, things you can do. And this is just all general stuff like, you can go to the beach, okay? Because this, like, really, if you've ever been to Destin, you could go to the beach, or you could go to the beach because pretty much other than eating and drinking, there isn't a lot to do in Destin. But like I said, its whole purpose is there. But so you've got like this page about shopping, so it's got a picture, and then they just list all these, these different things and everything else. And these guys are the featured shopping people, and they probably paid to be the featured shopping people, right? And the same thing with restaurants, all these different restaurants, okay, and the nightlife and local and about and whatever, right? But there's all these different things, and it's easy to do updates and articles and stuff, because if you just got on like 6 Destin newsletter lists, everybody would tell you like, oh, here's the stuff that's coming up this month, and you just like rewrite it and go, hey, look, here's the stuff coming up this month in Destin, and you become the center of activity for this kind of thing to generate traffic, generate clicks to where you want them to do, promote whatever you want to promote, like promoting your own products. Okay, some of these pages are monetized with AdSense. Some of them he doesn't have monetized, but you can see he even has a page for a media kit where you could actually come and pay to advertise on this site. And then separately the blog, I don't know how much the blog gets updated, but just something to take a look at. Okay, this is posted on March 23rd. So, I mean, it actually is getting posted to occasionally. You can see Facebook, they got 588,000 fans, 35,000 followers, okay, 624,000 in total, all from building it up. And if you, follow that and get people to, like you, love you, want more of you, then it's going to be a good thing, right? So we can do that however you want to build in your business. But you see how all this ties together to generate traffic, generate followers, okay, that we can sell stuff to. Now, in fact, going back here with the list that they've got off this site and all these Facebook fans, do you think that with that, if they posted like, Destin Beachwear promotion to their e-com store, to their Facebook page, that they're going to get people to show up and buy? Obviously, yes, right? And if they send an email to their list, are they going to get people to show up and buy? Sure, right? Because people are interested in Destin. So, the I Love Destin t-shirt and whatever. And they could, do you think you could also go to a Destin business and say, I've got 588,000 Facebook followers that are active and they're all interested in stuff about Destin. It's the start of the season, it's the slow season, it's whatever. Let me run a promotion for your restaurant, store, whatever it is, and we'll give them a coupon and promote you get paid to promote their business, and however much you can get. I mean, if somebody gives you $500 and you can give your followers a $5 off coupon, right? You're the cool guy who got $500 and you spend 5 minutes sending out the post. I mean, there's so much you can do to leverage it when you're setting up a business like this. And we didn't actually sell anything in your store yet. Okay. Now, so let's look at your store, because this is a work in progress. I'll tell you guys right now, there's no products yet. He's just getting started, but this is a perfect time for us to analyze all this. Okay. And again, you're going to probably guess that I'm going to say you gave up the whole top of this thing to these big pictures of waves. Okay, you didn't even give it up to pictures of products. Okay, and we want to use the top of this page to sell stuff. Now, I know this is how like all these e-com and Shopify templates come, but let's go to like NeimanMarcus.com. Okay, hang on. All right, so Neiman Marcus, big high-end retailer in the United States. Okay, now they have lots and lots of pictures. Okay, but their pictures are all, like Gucci shoes, and guess what? They go right to Gucci shoes. Okay, and if you come down here, all right, they're going to be, men's sneakers, style to go home. All right, this is all geared towards selling stuff. Okay, if we go to Amazon.com, who arguably are pretty good at selling stuff, right? They've got a big banner at the top, but their big banner is selling the Echo Dot. okay, which they want to sell and do all this, right? So, so someone said, hey, the big picture of waves is eye-catching. Well, it is, and so is the sunset, but does it sell anything, okay? I mean, it's great that we're going to catch their eye. Now, if we use that as the background, like this wave picture is the background, and our catchphrase was, catch some waves, jump on your new surfboard, and then we had a picture of a surfboard overlaid, and the whole thing linked to sell surfboards, I wouldn't have so much of a problem with that, because now I'm using the top of this to sell the surfboard. But right now it doesn't sell anything, okay? And my only reason for having this e-commerce website, sole single solitary purpose, is to sell stuff, okay? And this is where people who are visually creative, unlike myself, who went to law school and have no visually creative skills at all, okay? I'm just like, I just want to pound home the thought of, you guys should buy stuff. You're on my website, okay? This is what you want to be able to do. Now, graphic designers make it beautiful. My son-in-law is the head of graphic design for a really big fintech company here in the U.S. The owner who lives here in Atlanta is worth like $2 billion now from developing this company, and his job is to make the stuff look pretty, okay? Somebody else's job is to make it really functional, so it works for all their customers, right? And when he designs something, it's really pretty. Now, he doesn't design it to make it sell. That's somebody else's job. But you got to be really careful not to be like, wow, this is really beautiful. Everybody's going to love this. Yeah, but if they love it and don't buy, they don't get on your list, they don't become a lead, then that all sucks, okay? Because you're only here for the money, right? You're only going to pay your hosting bill with the money, right? Okay, so this is super, super important, okay? Gail says, what about half that tall? Well, half that tall is, again, fine, but wouldn't you be better with, again, you want the eye-catching picture, that's great. But like I said, like if you look at Neiman Marcus, okay, or even let's look at Amazon, right? So Amazon has these, they're using a huge amount of space for this big picture at the top. But their purpose in using the picture is by the dot, okay, which is their remote voice activated thing. And if I click a thing, it's going to be, hey, look, I should go buy some chic slides, or I should join Amazon Prime, okay, which I'm already in, or outdoor wire-free cameras, or play the music service, right? Okay, but they have eye-catching banners at the top, but all their banners are to sell stuff. They aren't just like, look how cool the picture is. Okay, do you see the difference? Okay, because we want, the cool images are great, but the cool images need to have a purpose, which is to sell stuff. Okay, and you could see Amazon even here, okay, are like alternating, like, an ad for the product with, a nice visual image. Okay? And this is one of the things that as you're looking at building your website out, at improving your website after it's already built, after working on selling stuff, is to be looking at what do the big companies do, okay? Because Amazon, in like 5 minutes, can test all these different banners at the top and know which one's got the most response, okay? Because, for example, I'm fairly certain that they would do it, but if we go to something like Huffington Post, okay, so the Huffington Post, which was built solely to grab traffic with all kinds of stuff and headlines and everything else, this site, I know, just tests headlines, okay? So you see where this headline is here, that Trump pushes stormy conspiracy theory, okay? Right? They would write like 10, 15, 20 headlines, choose a bunch of them that they think are good. They stick them into their custom built software because they have this whole big tech staff. They rotate them through and they track which headline for the next 10 minutes, because they'll get, 10,000 visitors, right? And they'll just test, hey, which one does better? And they'll be like, okay, this picture of grumpy Trump and this banner or text got the most clicks. So This promo goes on top because they want to keep you on the website so they can show you stuff. Okay, and all of this crazy stuff, okay, is here for a really specific reason. Okay, I'm just curious if I can get any of it to change, but it's all they're split testing like super fast because they have so much traffic. Okay, it would take us weeks to do what they can do in 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, but this is a very specific way that they've set up to do that, as has Amazon. I'm sure that they didn't make one banner and have like 5 guys vote on this banner. They put up that banner and 5 or 10 others, and they split test it, and like, oh, this banner works. Okay, and you can't do all that testing like they can, but you can just go steal other good ideas. Okay, we don't have to be as smart as them. We don't have to be as crazy as them. We can just go take all their good ideas. All right. So, when we get to products down here, we kind of get into the normal e-com thing of, you got to put in products and great descriptions and all that kind of stuff that we've covered otherwise. But let's go let's go to the site analysis. So I ran the site analysis for beachbob.com to see how how the site was doing so far, and because the term that Bob wants to promote initially is beachwear, I tested it for how well optimized it is for the term beachwear, okay, which is 70%. So that's good, right? But the real question is beachwear really what we want to optimize? The blog about La Jolla and beaches and La Jolla hotels and La Jolla nightlife and La Jolla restaurants, is that really what we would want to optimize the site for versus like the e-com site where we're trying to sell beachwear stuff, right? So one of the things you got to think about, Bob, is if you're trying to get traffic to this site from people interested in La Jolla Beach, vacations, restaurants, shopping, whatever, okay, is that really where we want to say that our title tag should be about beachwear and beach accessories, right? We kind of need to pick one. And I'm not going to tell you that beachwear is wrong, but I think you need to figure it out, because if you're going to tag every page as being about beachwear, but really it's about the 16 best pools in San Diego and the La Jolla Cave and exploring the hidden treasures in there and those kind of things, then beachwear is not the right term to describe that. And you're giving this mixed message to the search engines when you're saying beachwear is what this page is about, because really that's not what the page is about. Okay. Now your meta description here is: register to win a 3-day beach vacation in beautiful La Jolla, California. Check out the Beach Bob shop to find some pretty unique beachwear and accessories. Okay. Not sure why you have the vacation giveaway in the meta description, or if it just got sucked in there when the blog got built. But usually your meta description would be more about what the site is about. But you notice how you're kind of in trying to figure this out as you're creating the blog and creating the store, you're getting lost in that same thing that I was just talking about, where you're kind of like, enjoy a beautiful beach vacation. And oh, by the way, check out our store, right? So we've got to get a consistent theme going to be able to do this. Okay. We do have a heading tag that matches the keyword. Okay. Now, keyword density is lower. It's 0 because you don't use the term beachwear all the way down the page. Okay. You don't have a site map, which you need to get in. You don't have schema markup, which you can do. Use the WebFire tools. You can do both of those. Your site's technical performance is poor, which might just be that something loads slow. I'm not sure for that. And you have lots of images on your site, 20, without an alt tag. An alt tag some of the coding. So all of your images, you should have tags so that the search engines can pick them up as to what they're about. San Diego, best San Diego hotel pool, La Jolla Cave, because when people search these terms, a lot of times images are going to show up in Google, and you give your chance the chance for that to be able to do that. Like if I searched best San Diego hotel pool, we'll find out what comes up. Do I get images? No, I don't get images with this because of the hotel totally takes the image out of it. But if I search like La Jolla caves, right? See, I get images for La Jolla caves, okay? So like it's true, and you can see these are linked, lajolla.com, tripadvisor.com, lajollabluebook.com, californiabeaches.com, right? See, and there's La Jolla Mom that we were just on that site. See, and so if I click on this, it'll pop open all these images, but see, then it shows this, and I can visit their site, and I can learn all about this. And you notice how they have that image tagged, and now, and a good headline, what it's like to journey into the Sunny Gem Sea Cave, okay? And that tied in together lets us, draws us right into visiting their site, okay? So there's a reason for all this stuff. Your keywords, okay, we found 144 different words on the page, which is all normal. It's always going to be a lot of different words on the page, but the most commonly used words are La Jolla Beach. It dropped a lot out of here. La Jolla Beach vacations, Jolla Beach vacations, right? Okay, so if we wanted the site to rank and be about beachwear, then one of the most common words on the page should be beachwear and beach accessories and similar things, okay? Because we're setting this up and saying to Google at the top of the page, right, in the page title, this is about beachwear, but we're not talking about beachwear on the page. So we're not going to get good results for a keyword we're not focused on. Okay, off page, we probably don't have a lot of links, right, because this is a brand new site, so you're not generating links right now, okay? And of course, some of the sites that you're competing against for the term beachwear, obviously, is a very popular term. So, getting directly on the front page of Google for it generically is going to be very hard because, there's some people with lots of backlinks on there and big stores that you'd be competing against for that. Social, 2 people actually mentioned your site on Facebook, which is awesome considering it's brand new. Okay, nobody mentioned on Twitter or Google Plus, but again, it's a brand new site. This is not happening, that quickly. And then this is when we search beachwear. The top sites that show up ranking for beachwear are these. Okay, so that's where we are in terms of actually analyzing the site. So Bob, hopefully we gave you about 1 billion ideas, and thankfully this webinar is recorded, so you can go back and try to pull those out and come up with a bunch of good ideas out of this. Before I walk away from this, do you have any questions, Bob, for me? Okay, you did, thanks. Okay, you're welcome, Bob. All right, so if anybody has any questions, you can pop your question in the question box. And let me pop back over here. And if anybody has any questions, put them in. But in the meantime, you can go to our Facebook group. If you're not a member, join, give it a minute or so and refresh the page and you'll be able to post up your comments about today's webinar, and we'll pick a winner here in just a few minutes. And somebody just typed hi. Hi. Okay. Francis asked, should the beachwear keyword be analyzed for the shop site only? Yes. I mean, what I would do, okay, with where this has started, particularly with Bob saying, hey, he liked the Destin, Florida idea for generating traffic and interest, and like the La Jolla Mom site, okay, that site I mean, which might not even be run by a La Jolla mom. It could just be a whole person that created a marketing persona, right? But you can see that whole site is built around the idea of stuff to do in San Diego and La Jolla, and is built to generate traffic, okay, and to build a list, although they do a horrible job of trying to get you on their newsletter list, but they want to rank, you know, blog articles, pictures, everything else, and bring people in, and then you can feed them off to wherever you want to. Put them on your list, get them on your Facebook group, get them to like and share your articles, get them to buy your products. So I think that I would, in you know, having started down this road, I would get the La Jolla site to be about La Jolla, and then the beachwear part to be the beachwear on the e-com site that I'd be feeding the business into. Okay. April, you can run your own site in Webfire. I'm not sure what you want me to see there. All right, so is the picture size and relevance an issue mainly for the homepage? Well, it's of relevance for any page that's going to have visitors, because you don't want to give up all, in particular at the top of the page, because think about the top of the page. And what we used to before the internet have what we called, you know, the top of the fold, the top part of a newspaper. So if you think about a newspaper, like a regular style old time big newspaper, right? Used to come folded in half, okay? And whatever was at the top was what was eye catching, okay? And you know, it didn't matter what was at the bottom, because if you never got to the bottom, so you could have the greatest thing in the world, like free $100 bill at the bottom of the page, but if the top of the page didn't get the person to read the headline and get engaged with the content, they weren't going to get down to the free $100 bill at the bottom, right? So same thing here. If someone lands on your site and they're like, wow, that's a beautiful picture. That's lovely. Hey, honey, look at the beautiful picture. Okay. What does that accomplish for you? It doesn't, I mean, no one has any idea why they're there. You could be selling Bahama vacations. You could be selling photography services. You could be selling pick photos of water, right? I mean, we don't know what you're doing. It's a beautiful picture, but it doesn't do anything to move the person to become a lead, become a buyer, engage with your site, right? You're just, and I know it's pretty, but pretty by itself isn't going to do anything to make any money, okay? All right, David, here we go. Hey, David, send that question in to Brian. We're just into support, and Brian will answer that, because some of that is yes, but those of which are proprietary, we can't do. Bob, you should find the recording in the members area inside of Webfire. In fact, hang on one second. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay. See, training, also known as webinars. Okay, Wednesday trainings. Okay, a gazillion of them. You can even search specifically for them. Okay, but yeah, like, you know, here's one. Okay, when's this from? 4/11, right? Okay, so that's from last week. Okay, so they're in order. So you'll find tomorrow the one we just did right there. All right, you're good. You're good. Francis, who controls the location or insertion of ads on your page? You do. So you decide what gets posted where. You can have a default template. So what most people have with a blog is blogs are built on templates. One second. Let's go back to La Jolla Mom, because I can follow this template really easily. So this is all built on a template. Like all this stuff up here, this is like on every page. See, like if I click on lifestyle, see it's on every page, right? Okay, now this isn't a specific article like the other one, but now when I go to the article, see how it's all the same template, okay? And all this template is the same way, and they've got the big picture, blah, blah, blah. And down below, they've got a headline. And then over here on the right, they've got the book a great Disney partner deal. And then they've got what's new, because they want to keep you on their site, because every time they show ads, it's a good thing, okay? And, you know, I can download printable forms. You know, I don't even know what the article's about, okay? But you can then, you know, I could go to stuff about the house and the holidays, okay? I see a whole bunch of articles, see one template, boom. Now I'm jumped into their other template. So all this stuff out over here at the top, and then all the way at the bottom, okay, this stuff down here, related posts, all that's built into their master template, okay? Then in the middle here, in their blog post, depending upon the software that they're using, they're either dropping the Google code to show this in, and see how this ad changed. This is all about kid stuff. Why? Because this article right here is 6 toddler Halloween party games. So Google knows, hey, if you're looking at this, you probably have kids. Boom, we'll show you kids ad, okay? You know, here, we're just getting a generic ad about something, okay, and then a kids ad again. But Google's deciding to show all this. And then dining rooms on sale, okay? Just an ad probably aimed at me, right? But in that template, you would put in the code, and then Google would just show the ads as I change the page. See, if I go to kids, I'm going to get more kids ads, okay? Because I'm looking at kid stuff, okay? Francis, on the metadata question, yes. All right, and somebody says people are making duplicate comments in the Facebook group. Please don't do that. In fact, just go delete it if you made a duplicate comment, because we only want people entering once, okay? And more than one person is doing that, so don't do that. And if we catch you and you think you won, then we're just not going to let you win. So we're doing good. Okay. All right, April, glad you're making progress, but we're going to get wrapped up here. All right, let's go to the Facebook group. Where's it? Get the Facebook group. The fastest way to the Facebook group, here we go, is this, and be able to redo that. Okay. All right, so hopefully the people who posted twice unposted twice. And let me refresh the page and find the post that you're supposed to be under, which would be the post that you're supposed to be under here. View 30 more comments. And then down below, did somebody post in the wrong place? All right, 1, 2 people posted in the randomly wrong place. Okay, so we got 2 down there. We got somebody typing, finished typing. We're going to type and tell me they really didn't post twice. Okay, so I'm just trying to go up through. All right, so there's 2 people I see that posted twice, but I got to count them initially, guys, just because I can't randomly find everybody else in here. All right, so going once, going twice. All right, so nobody else is typing. We have 2 down below. We have how many comments do we have? Somewhere it said. I don't know why it doesn't say now, because it's easier if I don't have to actually count them. Why doesn't it say how many comments there are? Why does it want to make me work hard? I really hate having to work hard. I'm way too old to work hard. It's much better when I make Brian work hard. Oh, now you guys that, okay, 2 people just posted up top. So you guys are sharing your first post. All right, Chris says I'm typing. I see that. Okay. Y'all are confusing me terribly. All right, so I got 33 more comments plus 2. That's 35. Okay, 37. Okay, got 37. We got 2 up top, so that's 39, right? Okay, and we want to go to random.org. We want to type in 1 to 39. And the winner is going to be 11. Okay. So I'm going to count from the top. We have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here we go. John Michael White, you are the winner. Congratulations. Oh, post up your don't post on Facebook, just post in the chat box for the webinar your PayPal email address, and we'll shoot you $100. And congratulations, and thanks for being here and participating. Okay, somebody had a question. Let's see if I can read this. Okay, so Gabriel has a good question. From a SEO and ranking question, if he has a client that does sells insurance products, and obviously people search insurance products based upon their local municipality, right? I don't sit here in Duluth, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and type in like Minneapolis insurance, unless I had a piece of real estate in Minneapolis, right? I want a local insurance agent. And Google knows I want a local insurance agent. So when I type in, if I just type in like insurance agent or home insurance or life insurance, the results they're going to show me are generally going to be geographically targeted to me because they know where I am and they know I want people that are local to me. So if you're, excuse me, if you just have an insurance site that tries to target all of the United States, you're generally going to get like no traffic, because if you're going to target everybody, you need to be like a really massive insurance company with lots of backlinks and everything else pointing to your site. But you can niche target by targeting municipalities. So Gabriel's question, after I explained all that, is, do I need to create lots and lots of different domains in order to target all these different locations? And the answer is no, with one caveat. So no, you don't have to, okay? But if you, and it would depend upon what's available, like if I was an insurance agent that wanted to target Duluth, Georgia, I would personally buy, because of my business is here, anything that I could buy that was like Duluth Insurance, Duluth, Georgia Insurance, Duluth Insurance, Georgia, Duluth Home Insurance, Home Insurance, Duluth, Georgia, anything like that, because Google loves keyword targeted domains. And so I would buy those because it's worth it to me. Now, if I ran an insurance agency here and was doing, millions of dollars a year in insurance, it'd be worth owning a few domains, even if pretty much I had the same website on all those domains, which is, come buy Sean's Insurance. And it would obviously be better keyword targeted than that, but I don't have to build dozens of extensively different sites. I just want to own all of the, digital real estate for that targeted keyword. Now, if you're selling all over the state of Georgia, for example, in hundreds of municipalities, some of which are pretty big that you'd want to target, do you really want to buy 100 domain names? Could be you don't, and it's understandable because, you got to buy them, you got to pay for them and everything else. Now, if you're running a $20 million a year insurance agency, you might want to. And buying them all means that nobody else gets them. So for $10 a year, you keep somebody else from owning all these domain names forever because you own them, whether you use them or not. So you don't need to. You can get better results doing it, but that's going to depend upon how much somebody wants to invest in time and or money in promoting the business. So long answer to a long question. Hopefully that'll work. John, we got your email address, so you're good. Francis, that could be true, yes. And Andrew, you're welcome. All right, guys. Been a great session. Lots of good comments, feedback. Appreciate everybody being here. Go out and conquer the world. Have a great week. Thank you.